Hey there, gang. Welcome back to the Tavern. We're excited to be back at the table with you all this evening. But before we get into all that, we've got a short bit of announcements and channel updates for you. First, channel updates. Hey, we're just 25 subs away from 100. That's freaking huge. And we're so excited to hit those triple digits. And to commemorate that milestone, we'll be holding a special level 21 shot based on the infamous Australian Emu War. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, share it with your friends, spread the word, and hey, thanks for watching week after week. We could not do this without you. And I mean that. Speaking of content, hey, content, it's awesome. We've got tons of it for you. As always, the Heck Racers will continue their journey. But keep your eyes peeled. We've got Spellbound launching soon. A more flippant campaign setting than Abhaile, featuring amazing locales like the Rule 30 Forest, and populated with wacky and wild threats from the deep, dark reaches of Pixel's imagination. And if you've come to love Abhaile, fear not. We're also looking out for you and cooking something up awesome. We're currently shooting a prequel miniseries right now, set in the distant past, so keep your eyes peeled for The Shadows of Eloria, coming very soon. And hey, speaking of Heck Raisers, check out our new art for Jet, our crotchety old kobold rogue. If you dig this or any of our other art, check out Tommy Thornberry. You can find his info linked in the description below, as well as a link to our merch store. You begin in a gift shop, where you can check out Heckraiser shirts, hoodies, stickers, and more. We're constantly adding new pieces, so check it out today. Finally, let's talk about Patreon. We're doing it. We've kind of been quietly doing it for the last month or so, and it's time to talk about it out loud. If you'd like to support us directly, Patreon's not a bad way to do it. In exchange for your support, we've got behind-the-scenes bloopers and goofs from our pregame and our break time edits, as well as art, stat blocks, maps, and other assets to help you run your own games. And we're adding more to Patreon as we grow. So if you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon, linked in the description below. And if you're only able to support us by watching, we are 100% cool with that as well. Alright, that's all of the updates and news that we have for you this evening, I think. So, one last thing. Real quick. Hey, go check out Impassable Creations. They're makers of beautiful, soft, floofy dice bags, awesome initiative trackers, stickers, and other cool things to keep your games comfy and cozy. They're a super awesome company, and they've helped us out a ton. And hey, if you see something that you like, why not use code ybit24 at checkout for 10% off your order? It'd be dope. But now, I believe it's time to dive in once more to the legends of Abhaile. So last we left off, you guys, we're in the village of Nikaranu on the island of Miyamoto. We had investigated the village because it, from afar, looked like it was burnt down and attacked. But upon closer investigation, we learned that a carefully crafted illusion was set to protect the hamlet, for lack of a better word. And as you guys were investigating the space, another seemingly another form of protection arose in the form of a construct, which you all defeated pretty quickly. And as you guys look around, finding that Anna and her family are apparently nowhere to be seen, we snap back in. And what are you guys up to? I will say, I just point things out that it's like, what did we decide? Like noonish or a little bit of afternoon. You guys had investigated, and there was clear signs of maybe a one-sided spell battle that had taken place here. And that's kind of where we left off, I believe. So what's up? What's everybody up to?
Well, I didn't take damage in that last fight.
Probably not. I don't think he was not a hurt your guys' party type of construct.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, he wasn't the type of construct to actually hit things. Oh, okay.
Well, it's more like he was set up to fight something considerably weaker than you guys. Yeah.
He tried real hard, though.
You basically, you broke the.
Huh?
I was gonna say you broke their doorbell is what you did. So.
I touched it for like 5 seconds. Whatever. Okay. All right. So what's the plan now, guys? I'm a little still behind, so kind of confused as to why this weird magical thing. It was sort of like, what should we be doing right now, guys?
Stopping Maya, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
We need to check out the village to see what is going on there and see. We gotta try to figure out what she's up to, pretty much.
okay.
We'll be doing this shit.
Wait, just jog my memory because it's been a. Maya is the.
Okay, so
Oh no, I was gonna.
Oh.
Gonna do this in
Oh,
character.
go for it then. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Was she the broad who tricked us that one time into going on that little adventure? That's where I met the kid that now lives in my house.
Adventure we're still currently on.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay, it's been a bit.
It wasn't a 30-minute episode. It was a full season. You just didn't know.
Sorry, kind of off to the side, but all right, I get it. So like, what? Like infiltrate, see what we can find, that kind of thing.
I think try to figure out how much of a power structure she has. We haven't been in town for like at least a week now, right?
Well, it's probably been about 2 weeks now, I think, coming up on it.
Alright, you know better than us what's going on.
Yeah, well, you'd think, right?
Good God. Actually, Jet, you want to roll me just a straight intelligence check?
Sure. It's like one of these things. Half decent at.
Yeah. Throw Bunny a bone.
Intelligence. That is a 6.
I got you.
Yeah.
I
ain't been paying attention.
not much, but that's kind of Jet style. You haven't really been like paying attention in town. You know who they're talking about. You definitely have seen her about. You've heard your friend Tila talking about her quite a bit. Actually, there used to be close ties, much like Shalla used to have with Maya.
Yeah, she kept going on and on.
The only thing you do know for sure, Jet, is that you might have went on this adventure with him one time, but you've been in town, you've seen her, she's probably seen you, so you're clearly not a concern to her, or at least not on her radar at the same level, so that's something to know.
Yeah, that's also a mistake on her part.
Perhaps.
I can be a pretty bad problem when So, okay.
Glad you're on our side.
Yeah.
Have you met our buddy George yet?
I don't believe I have. Where is he?
I pointed at my shoulder.
Oh,
You
he's
see his blonde head pop up behind her.
Oh.
I'll post a picture for you.
Huh.
He's a very special boy.
Yeah, slots. They're, interesting bunch.
How dare you?
What, I was saying they're in, what the
He's
fuck?
skulking.
Oh my god.
It's loading right now. It's taking a second, but I'm posting a picture in
Look,
Discord for you.
slots are all well and good, it's just, their eyes kind of freak me out. I got nothing against them. It's just,
They
eyes, like,
they are forward facing like a predator.
yeah, I don't get that. What does it have to prey upon?
Your souls.
Apparently.
And wood.
Based on how,
Day 393 of the party not realizing George is the BBEG.
I don't think that wood counts as anyone. The semantics of, predatory sloths aside. What's our game plan? What's the plan of attack, so to speak?
That one guy on the outside.
Oh, okay, I'm sure. Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. But focus up, guys. We gotta. Oh, jeez. So Maya's a druid, right?
No, we're not exactly sure what she is. All that we know is she can teleport.
She's bad.
Maya.
That was a tune.
Maya.
She's bad.
That was.
She wants her sword back.
She is. Mortali.
I know she's the other thing.
Oh no, Maya. She's the.
Kawanai is what I think it is pronounced as, but I could be terrifyingly wrong. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the aim of the game is stealth, I mean, you're looking at a guy who's like, at least somewhat decent at it.
Roll me another intelligence check, Jet.
Oh boy, I'm just so smart, guys. All right, here we go. I'm hoping for a 3 on the die this time. My intelligence check.
I mean, it's it
Why
can.
do I even put points in intelligence? I'm just gonna roll.
It's
No.
it's beautiful. It's just so damn beautiful.
That's just the dice making him act like he rolled 10.
Yeah. Stealth sounds like a hell of a good idea, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really feeling it.
Yep.
So why don't we try sneaking it?
Yep. Sneaking into the town on a beach. It's gonna be
Yeah.
super easy.
I see no problems with it.
If anybody can psychically predict what I'm trying to get Jet to focus in on, ask him about it.
Huh? Well, what do I know, humble voice in the sky? I just rolled a 1 after a 2.
Exactly.
At least you
I
can't go lower.
Oh, you don't know how low I can go. All right. So, yeah, sneaking's an option, but what else do we have?
You do hide familiar and send in Georgia boy.
He's not a
Familiar, I'm sorry. Speak with animals. Tell them to go in and try and get as much as they
You know?
Yeah.
Do we really want to wait 3 days?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's
Oh, like roll them in on a.
So then you're the one that's in there getting the information.
why don't we put a pin in that? We'll come back to that later. Circle back. That was a good idea. But,
Thank you.
you know, Yeah, I know. I appreciate you, buddy. Anyway.
Okay. Is it a brainstorm?
I mean, technically, I do have a way to get out if I do get caught. I mean, it's kind of like a once.
Well, in
per
Jet,
game sort of thing.
in Jet, right now, you're not worried about Jet getting caught. Jet's on, as far as Jet knows, Jet's on chill standing with town.
I suppose.
I mean, Jet's been there real recently. Like,
I mean, they didn't beat me with sticks, so I'd say it's, I'd say I'm pretty much welcome.
yeah. I mean, you're not really in town. You've got a cottage that's like
Well, you
offensively
you don't really
offensively close to town, but
You don't, well, I mean, it wasn't close to a town, but then someone decided to build next to it!
yep. Prime real estate, man. That's
I should have used my nest egg to actually buy that land instead of squat on it.
well, at some point, some dude just walked up to Jet and is like, "Hey, are you using that spot over there?" And you're like, "No," and he's like, "Cool," and then he put a town there.
Yeah, and then he fucking did some wizard shenanigans and spawned an entire city as a road. Hey! Asshole!
You asshole!
You're not at all,
My pissing bush! You
not
violated my pissing bush!
not at all far off from what happened.
You violated my PC bush.
But I will say if stealth is definitely an option. Just going above the table here. But also, I would say between you guys' visit to Austria and the things that you kind of know from that side of things, you guys probably can put together that you're not like openly wanted criminals, right? First of all, you're not criminals, but you're not like openly wanted. That would be a hard sell, because there's a mixed population living here now that may have information from other places, may have interests that are not aligned with hers. However powerful she might be, she can't control an entire city.
Yeah. You can't control this entire city yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when I say city, too, we're talking Jet, like somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 people. It's blossomed quite a bit from the humble village that it once was, just not even a month ago.
Alright. How about we do this, guys? How about we have some of us hide and the rest of us be in public? So nothing's up. That way, if one side of us is about to be ambushed, then the other side can come help us out. Huh? You guys see where I'm going with this?
Or if one side of us gets caught, the other side can get us out.
Exactly.
And I
I have not found a prison that I can escape, that I haven't been able to escape from yet. So if I get caught,
I don't know. All I got out of that was from llamas with hats. There isn't a prison I can't nibble my way out of.
oh yeah. Well, part of the time they forget that I can do this. I'm going to use telekinesis on a random flower on the ground without moving my hands or speaking. Yeah, it's pretty hard to trap someone who can do that.
It would be amazing too if you actually used like a full 5th level telekinesis just to do that. Like,
Oh yeah.
play with a little flower.
Yeah. You guys see that? It was epic. Anyway, I have to go take a nap. All right, but I think I'd be fine with hanging back in the shadows, just making sure you guys don't get jumped. Does anybody want to join me?
I will put into perspective.
I don't know the shadows very well. So.
I do want to put into perspective just so where you guys are at right now. You're at Nikaranu. So you guys have about a 6-hour walk to the coast.
Yeah, we'll get there at night. I think that.
Well, I will also put this out there. I can turn somebody invisible. It lasts for 1 hour.
Or how long?
like 1 hour, as I've just said.
Probably won't need to do that until we get closer to the town.
That's what I was thinking. It kind of feels like a waste to do it 6 hours in advance.
I mean, but you can. Trust me, you can.
That'd be epic, but I'm sure. But
It'd be kind of a waste.
yeah.
Kinda.
But I mean, if someone is down for that, like I can cast it. So, if anybody wants to.
Jump
Maybe
up
later.
on your feelings. I could test out my new tattoo. I want to see these how these wings work. You could cast it on me. I could fly above and provide support just in case.
I like that. Oh, if you stay within a certain radius of me, I can communicate with you from the air.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's good. Okay. Meeting code names. Sorry. I'll be Black Falcon. What do you want to be?
well, I'm going to be the one who's flying, so I was.
Okay, then no. Then you should be Black Falcon. I'll just be regular Falcon. I want to be a fucking rabbit. No, none of that.
Call me the Green Bee. No.
Okay, we'll talk about this on the way. Dude.
Yes,
We'll think
no.
about it. Okay. All right, I'm liking that where this is going. We are so fucked, dude.
No, why do you say that?
Oh, no. Well, I just rolled a 2 and then a 1, so I think it's a pretty
Take
strong
out my
indication.
eating supplies and slowly start making George a little pilot's hat and scarf, so whenever I'm flying, he's strapped to my back and he's not choking.
Yeah, it's a good call. Also, so he doesn't fall horribly to his death.
Well, I mean that too.
Yeah, I thought that was implied.
Yeah, well,
Well, who'd we lose there? We lost Matt too. He'll be right back. But that gives me time to mess around real quick. I need to load
You
something
gotta
else.
give him his
the game's paused.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
you gotta give him his own little pack.
Come back, Matthew.
Where
Hey,
did you-
is my new quiver big enough to fit George?
Uh.
If it can fit everything else, could I put him in there safely?
Not safely, no.
It's an extra dimensional space, so let's say no.
Um,
If you wanted to compress him down to tiny chunks, then yeah, that's the way to do it.
No, I like my George in his regular chunky size.
It's like shoving him in the vacuum space. Like there's just a bunch of arrows in the sloth carcass slowly floating.
yeah, he needs to
Went off,
breathe.
off, he's a shell kid.
And Rich, you keep doing these things that are going to directly lead to him having a stat block, which means he's going to have hit points. So I'm just saying, man,
Oh no.
I will kill him.
Well, do you know the Find Familiar spell?
I do not know.
Oh, well then, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm taking a couple other still above table. I'm thinking of taking a couple levels in Artificer for repeating weapons, so I don't have to keep track of my arrows anymore. And
Look, I'm just-
I
well-
can make like a little flying mech for George. Just have him flying around shooting people.
Yeah. So
I would love
the thing
it.
about the Find Familiar spell is that when you register a creature with it, you know,
Yeah.
how do I put this in terms that it doesn't die forever when it pops? So, might wanna see a wizard about that. Cause, you know,
Well,
It's a
I'm
lot-
thinking of in all this magical armor that I'm gonna make it all for George and just turn him into just a gigantic flying tank.
You have to remember with artificers, you're limited by your attunement slots with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. No.
But it's really cool sometimes. You can do some neat stuff with it.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
No. Honestly, the thing I want to get the most is that repeating shot.
oh yeah.
Why can't I
I know it,
find this map?
I do it,
Shot.
I do it Artificer once. Wanna guess what happened to him? He's dead. It's a real thrilling story, I know.
Well, the main reason why is I have this awesome feature called curving shot that I can't use with normal arrows. If I fire a magical arrow and miss, I can re-roll that 20 and aim at another target on me.
There's nothing wrong with having a curved shot.
It's
Always loved it.
She loved my curved shot.
But no, that's what I figured is my workaround to that, make that a lot more viable option.
Yeah.
come on, Matthew. Well, we might be about to. Well, as soon as I find this map, we're just gonna go on and we'll catch him up.
There you. That's it there tonight, buddy. Your bed's over here. You should move.
He's like, I need you to chill, bro.
I don't know if the cat is getting fat or not. I don't want him to get fat, but I don't know if I'm feeding him too much.
You're gonna feed a cat all the time. Like, that's just.
I don't want him to become a fatso and have like health problems.
I mean,
No reason. Like,
the last time I saw the cat on the camera, it was not fat, so it's probably not fat if it's, it probably hasn't evolved.
you heard it here first. The cat is not fed. Tune in next time for more stimulating debates about whether or not an animal is obese.
There you go. There's Georgie Boy.
Oh, no, he's not fat.
And that's Coda.
He's just
Casey.
chunky.
Come here, Casey. Come here, Casey. There's Coda. And can you guys see the yellow one running around here?
Oh yeah.
No.
That's Coda. That's
Such funny animals.
off. And this little son of a gun here is Suborn's Falstaff. Larry, for sure.
It's great, man.
What am I
Thank you.
looking for?
Oh, I can't wait to roll 3 more threes. 2.
If you're lucky, man.
Yeah, man. Probability's got a smile at the end.
We can start saying Jets rolling like Corvin.
And vice versa.
No.
Yeah.
No, Corvin like Corvin.
Give it time. One day you're top of the ladder, and next you're scraping shit off the bottom.
What if you started scraping shit off the bottom?
Well,
And you get to scraping shit off the middle?
why would people shit on the middle? Do you not know how gravity works?
I don't think people know how gravity works.
Well,
I said I'm not asking why they're paying me more for something that doesn't work. I'm accepting it.
look,
Hey,
it's middle of the
welcome
ladder is a specialty. You gotta go to school for that. Hey,
Welcome back, sir. Can you hear us, sir? Out here.
oh no. Where are they?
Hello. It's me.
Does Missouri have any weather moving through it?
I don't think so.
I know there's like been a tornado going around somewhere.
Dude, it's been a crazy month. There's been 22 out of 29 days in May have had at least a enhanced risk of severe weather. It's a new record.
Is that in Missouri or?
Just the entire United States. Up until May 11th, 12 people had died from storms across the United States since January 1st. That number is up to like 65 now.
In Chicago Johns.
It's crazy. Nah, no weather here.
The storm we had last night was almost to the day a year after the storm we had last year. Remember, the roof was destroyed. Not like completely destroyed, but we had to replace it.
My parents are in the middle of going through that right now. They had just replaced this real nice window in their basement, and the hail came through, like that hailstorm that came through in April or February, March, whenever that first really big one was, and it just destroyed their house. All their windows have to be replaced. The entire
Oh, that
bricks have to be replaced.
Damn.
Luckily, we didn't have any windows broken.
It was big enough that it damaged the sealant on their concrete press driveway. I mean, this was crazy. Who's whining? We're not going outside.
Yes, we are.
It's a party goes.
Okay, so anyways, we're just going to kind of move on. We'll get Scylla caught up when we get when they get back. So yeah, kind of cut back to you guys hanging out, doing your plotting and your scheming and your idealizing and whatnot.
Yeah. So we start making our way to town, and then once we're like 15 minutes out, that's when I pop the invisibility on somebody, and then I make it for I stick to the shadows and follow you guys and make sure you guys don't get mugged. Eaten up. Or jailed and slaved, the entire list, basically. I'm your insurance.
Yeah, I'll be the one hiding too.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
He's like, I don't know these people.
Like, yeah. Wait, okay. I can turn one person invisible while two people are like not at the same time. My magic is kind of more practical than the other thing. The other thing that I'm flanking on. Does anybody have any additions to this plan?
What exactly are we looking for in there, to be sure? Are we just looking to get the general state of the town? Are we looking for any kind of clues or information about Maya? Like, what exactly are we trying to find?
I mean, to be honest, back in the day, I did a lot of jobs that involved getting dirt on people. I think if I could get into her house, I could get some useful information. It'd take me a bit. I need to distract it, but I think I can get it done.
Yeah, and
Are we just attacking immediately?
I would hold off on that. We don't know. I mean, there's a chance that if we all just ganged up on her now, we could maybe seriously wound her, but I don't know. She's in her home. She's got the home field advantage.
well,
You can give us some cloud coverage. You won't need to waste. You won't have to waste invisibility on me. We could even have her strike a lightning bolt somewhere near the outside, possibly drawing Maya out, allowing you to sneak in. I think that would be a great diversion. Don't y'all?
Well,
Lightning's just gonna draw out Maya. But,
yeah, especially because Shalla, you would know for Maya's not a druid like you, right? But she's got power to her, and she's known you most of your life, and she's known Tila most of her life, and it's kind of a safe bet that she probably would know that type of magic on sight.
You said she's known Tila since birth.
Not
Tila's back in Jet's condo, right? Or Jet's house, right?
mm-hmm.
yeah, she's I think right now she said something about. Well, technically she kicked me out of my own house.
Maybe she would want to come be our distraction. Maybe talk some sense into Maya.
Well,
Like
as much as wouldn't that put her in harm's way though?
not with me above and you close by and Fargo hiding somewhere close. I'm sure he'd be very good at sneaking around.
Well, in order to get dirt on her, I need to get her out of her house. Maybe we don't have to come at this at a violent standpoint. Maybe we could.
That's why I'm saying if we can get your girl to come over and possibly help talk some sense into her, we can end this peaceably.
You know what? How about we do this? Why doesn't like a bunch of you guys, along with what was it called, Tila?
Yeah, Tila.
With Tila, to go confront Maya and, like, try and have a civil conversation. Meanwhile, myself and probably one other person, because, the buddy system works for a reason, infiltrate and see if we can find any concrete dirt that she's evil, and we present it, and,
or at least try and figure out what she's up to.
yeah, exactly. Either way.
Information on this black glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried to infect us with it, or what?
Yeah.
Hopefully we would get infected with it. So.
Ah, gross.
Maybe find a way to cure the infected. If she's building it, she's got to know more information than we do.
Well, I mean, maybe she knows more information. It wouldn't be the first time someone thought that something was there to help them, and really was
Well,
them as well.
there also might be the chance that Maya might be looking for something else.
That too.
Like something might have given that to her for a reason. If we can find out what that reason is, then we can take
Then I
steps
said
to stop it.
up is to go talk to Tila.
Yeah, well, I know where she lives. So.
And Shalla, in the back of your head, you hear, yes, if you think she's pulling the strings, you're only kidding yourself. She couldn't match wits with anything in my home.
What do you know of her?
I don't know anything of her. I've never, aside from the brief moment we met. But if she's dealing with something from my realm, she's not prepared to go toe-to-toe with it and survive.
Is this shadow glass from your realm?
No, it is a perversion of my realm. It is something new, something evil. Roll me an insight check, Shalla.
Realm evil? Oh.
Evil?
You got this.
What have I said that would lead you to believe that anything about my home is evil?
No, you got trapped in that glass for a reason, I'm assuming.
I think it's all perspective, my dear.
You said insight?
Yeah.
Okay, I set the bar really low. Come on.
Right? She's got this. Dun, 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 dun.
You got it. Relax, cat. It's just like,
I'm gonna tease you, but I love you. But I'm gonna tease you. I should totally make a compilation of the clips that I have to cut out that are just waiting for your dice rolls. It's just an entire silent playlist.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's 22. Hell yeah. Ooh, I love it. She's got to roll something now, and she is bad, if I do remember.
oh, she's trying to luck. It's trying, whatever it is, it's trying to luck. Set the peanut gallery.
Oh, minus.
Oh shit.
She's
It's like my disease is contagious.
Oh man, yeah. Shelley, you noticed when she said that the shadow glass is evil. The way she said it had no conviction to it. Like a being of her caliber calling anything else evil, she couldn't even sell it to herself. Like, she could not commit to the bit. She knows what she is. She's playing nice. But she goes quiet after that for the most part. She's But and for the sake of all things, just to save a little bit of time, we can say that we've been walking, talking, because
Yeah.
it's a 7-hour, 6-7 hour adventure. So plan on the way.
Yeah.
Consider me taking my little doodle pad and kind of working on my design for the sand for the sand face arrow while I'm doing this.
Gotcha.
You know what
So
I mean?
who's gonna?
Yeah.
So is anybody gonna come? Like I said, I know I said buddies, but does anybody feel confident enough to come with me when I go
Yes.
inside our house? Margot, you got this?
Yeah. I mean, if we're doing it at night,
Yeah. Like, do you need if you need to be turned if you need an out, okay. I should probably go over this with you because we're gonna be the infiltration team. All right. So, if there comes a time where we absolutely cannot hide, I will cast the invisibility spell on you.
alright, well, if we're in the dark, it doesn't.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, I'll be ready.
If it comes down to that, I will try and draw them away. I can definitely outrun them.
I mean, you're not 152.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey Vargo, do you have the thaumaturgy skill? Or
No, I have guidance, Thorn Whip.
I would say thaumaturgy would be really good for you because if you're in an area where there's lights, you can snap a finger with a quick motion, and snuff a light.
Oh, that's not even the coolest ability of it, dude. The coolest
No,
ability
it's
of it is throwing open every unlocked door around you. Just be like, we ain't playing your fucking games, DM.
Okay. Okay. So I just gotta do my stretches. Haven't infiltrated in a hot sec. Gotta get into the mindset. Okay.
You've been doing it all the time.
It's time to show you how we did it back in the day.
Heck yeah. And as you guys are walking down the path, can I just get a general group perception rolls from you guys?
Oh, I'm so excited. Are you guys ready for this hot war?
Shalla, if you wanted to jump in with a druid craft or something, you're totally cool to do that as well.
See, surprisingly, I'm rolling high with 4.
Oh, Shalla's rolling garbage too. Holy cow.
Come on.
Holy
Hey.
cow. Oh my god,
It
guys.
wasn't a 4, but it wasn't a 5.
Shalla's still leading the pack. Oh, cow.
Oh no.
Cowabunga gamers.
It's not too bad. It's a pretty peaceful, and it's if you guys remember, Nicaranu's kind of the beginning of the elevation challenge that you guys faced on your journey. So this is a peaceful, nice, gentle downhill stroll. It's really nice. It's a wide path. It's well traveled. It's well beaten. So it's super comfy. There's not a soul around. And you likely attribute that to the fact that, the only town in the area, aside from Nicaranu, was Kawakani, and that was the first town you guys had made it to. And, that one was abandoned and everybody ran for the shore. Yeah, there really wouldn't be a lot of people out here. You guys are passing some coconut fields. In fact, you pass a little... not much more than a little hut with a thatched roof, and a cart out front of it sits empty, that you guys recognize as a Finn that you guys had traveled up the road with originally.
We forgot to bring a still back with us.
What's with the card?
Oh, that's just a guy that they had traveled with.
No, I was saying that in
Oh, okay, gotcha. My bad.
there's a coconut harvester we met. We tried to teach how to make alcohol. But
He taught us.
Well,
Oh. You try to teach him how to make alcohol out of coconuts. Huh. It's actually not a half bad business venture, actually.
Yeah, it's a plan in the works, man.
Yeah, fuck it. If I still had anything left for my nest egg, I'd invest in that.
I can just imagine we go in there and like the entire town sponsored by Vin's coconut alcohol. You know, it's like Silverthorne of Colorado.
Everyone's
It's
passing
gonna
out
be
in the streets.
the home of alcohol. Yeah.
Alright.
Who was it that had the brewers? Was that actually not any of you guys?
Yeah, I think
It was Jasper. I thought it was somebody else that had like alchemy or something.
Well,
Oh, we could figure it out, I'm sure.
the cart, is it my imagination or does that cart look abandoned?
I mean, that might be his shack there. Does it look like there's no one there?
You can see off grazing at the edge of the clearing is a donkey that's just happily grazing on some grass. Yeah.
I'm just making sure. I haven't seen this before, so usually, unattended cart, animal off in the distance, not a good sign for whoever was over in the cart.
Gotcha.
I think I'm back from it.
Oh, cool. Heck yeah, man.
You're welcome back.
Yeah, we're just walking down the road, kind of talking as we go.
Like, are we on a timetable here? Like, do we want to stop? Like, what's those guys?
Well, we need to go in late at night. We need to talk to your friend first.
Oh, yeah.
We get
Yeah.
back there. We camp out for the night there. Make a plan on what to do and try and convince her to go in and go the next evening.
Okay. Yeah, you just invite yourself to my home.
Hell, I mean,
Why don't you, you know what? Why don't you go into my basement, take all my gin, just drink it right in front of me, why don't you? Go ahead.
I truly appreciate the offer. I will gladly take it up once we arrive.
I'm gonna hold up a finger and say something. Let they think better of it.
Heck
You know,
yeah.
hold up a then all of a sudden that you're just group.
No, I would know like a decent way back to my house, right? From here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
There's really not much more than, I mean, from you guys' current location, so you're coming to the shore from inland, so it's kind of a one way is the only way type of thing. At least until you get to the outskirts and whatnot, where they've been kind of clearing land away and whatnot. So you'd know how to get off of the main road a little bit ahead of time if you needed to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And-
Just follow me this way. I'll take you back to my my craft shack.
Absolutely. And if does anybody else have anything they want to talk about in their in the early planning stages of this trek? Because if not, I believe I'm gonna fast forward us through some of the travel, just because that can get a little monotonous over time.
I think we talked about it.
Cool. So I will say that you guys make a decent little trek onward. It's setting a pretty good pace. You're not breaking a sweat or anything. Even with I'll even be generous because I feel terrible about those perception rolls you guys did. You take time and you find find a light a light meal. You maybe do a little hunting, Corvin, and you guys get a nice little snack in on the road. Make good time. And as dusk is beginning to set in, you guys are approaching the shore. You can hear now the waves breaking against the beaches. You can hear activity off in the distance. Hammers, saws, maybe people crying out. Not in pain or anything, but like just loud conversation. So you guys are probably 300-400 yards off of town. You can see the glow of the fires and the lights ahead of you, kind of on the horizon through the trees, but you can't quite make out the town itself yet. Jet, you would know that up ahead a little bit, you could take a left off of the path and make it to the beach, where it cuts in a little bit, and go along the beach to your cottage.
Yeah, let's step this way. It's out of sight of town.
And I'll say, roll me a history check, Jet, or a survival check, actually, Jet. I know that's a really weird pivot, right?
No, it is, because I'm significantly worse than that.
Well, you know.
What?
I don't know.
What the hell? Okay.
Did I just hear a spoon?
A what?
The tune? I thought I heard a point.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm having a little stroke. It's okay.
I can't seem to scroll down to survival.
Oh, sometimes that happens. Screw it, roll me history.
Okay. Normal. Okay, finally something decent.
Yeah, not too bad.
17.
17 is perfect. We're just going off of a little bit of a memory check here as you guys start making your preparations towards getting to your cottage. You remember on a 17, you can remember clearly that it's getting off the road is a good start, but it's kind of like, so Jet's cottage is offensively close to the walls that they're erecting at the new town. So
I'd say it's right next door.
it's so, and the fact that they're still constructing those walls so that they don't fully encircle the city yet is another point of concern that comes to mind, because what that means, and especially because sun is not quite down yet, that means that there is going to have to be, and it's hard to say if it's going to be a big deal, if it's going to be noticed, if anyone's even going to care, but there's going to be a decent trot of about 40 or 50 feet across an open sandy beach. That's kind of unavoidable.
Maybe we could just wait till sundown and then you make yourself invisible.
Yeah. Like myself invisible?
So I think, is Scylla the only one that has a concern in the stealth aspect, or Corvin, do you also have disadvantage on stealth?
I do not see disadvantage on stealth.
Well, I've got enhanced ability, so that can at least counteract the disadvantage.
True story, heck yeah.
So then guidance will give me a D4.
Sweet. So yeah, and I'll say also, as you guys are kind of off the tree line, you're probably off the tree line about 30 or 40 feet, a good ways. If anybody would like to give me a perception check, as you all are kind of getting ready and kind of waiting for a little bit less light in the sky. 24 from Scylla, heck yeah. Oh, that was an adventure, Corvin. Not bad, though.
Oh, that's his sword.
Holy cow, Jet.
Dynamite.
Scylla, you definitely recognize your keen, battle-hardened ears pick up the sounds of quite a bit of activity around you guys. Not like anything directly coming your way, but there's a lot going on. It's starkly different from when you guys left out of here. The last time you guys had been here, this was, forgive me, Shalla, but this was it was a podunk little town, like, and
Oh, shots fired.
and you can hear something significant off in the distance. But sure enough, as a little time goes by, the sun dips below the horizon, and you can see what started off as a few firelights off in the distance grows to the point where the entire horizon is almost glowing. But you guys are good to go if you guys are wanting to make a break for Jet's hut. Like I said, it's about 40 or 50. So you guys can all make it there pretty... With an action dash, moving at half speed from stealth, you guys can probably get there.
I mean, I can dash the bonus action, so I'm probably just like...
I'm
Also, I'm pretty sure my cloak... I think my cloak of Valentine actually camouflages me.
Yeah. And just so you're aware, Scylla, this isn't like something that's going to like intentionally, like purposely, like kill you or the group. So I'm going to do group stealth checks. So I'm just going to have everybody roll it, and we're going to average it. So I feel like that's the most fair way to go about it. So let's get a series of stealth checks, guys. Yep, guidance yourself. Do any spells you want to do to prepare for that? Because this is a fairly important...
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I am failing miserably.
I mean, it's... You're not failing miserably. You're failing equivalently to your counterpart.
In a moment of panic, I can turn him invisible.
Shalla, we are just waiting on a stealth check from you, ma'am.
Yeah.
No problem.
Hey, I just fly. Is it daytime?
I haven't been feeling well, so I've been laying back on the bed.
Oh, you're good, dude. She's 100% gonna go to sleep before this is over.
No, I don't feel well enough to sleep.
Ew, I'm sorry.
Are you okay, Kat?
Oh no, I just feel really sick.
Tacos, man.
I felt like this before tacos.
Oh.
Well,
Meh.
Good stuff.
Yeah, please. And you can guidance yourself if you want as well. This is like a thing that you guys are preparing for, so if you got any,
I have no need.
And, it is, hey, there you go. Perfect. So that, yeah, perfect. So it was an important roll, but it wasn't a hard roll because we're going basically against the passive perception of what's essentially a shit ton of commoners. So there's really no cause for alarm. You guys make it across the desert, not desert, sandy beaches. Good lord, wrong world. Scylla, it actually does a good job of actually like cushioning the sound of your armors clanking a fair bit. Just sand just kind of shock absorbs a little bit. So you guys make your way to Jet, why don't you describe your cottage to them?
Oh, it's nothing too special. It's just a constructed from like the wood of various different palm trees. Surprisingly, like well put together, but still very rundown looking cottage. While the windows don't exactly have glass, they do have this like sort of framing on them that makes it like from the distance you'd be able to tell that these are supposed to be windows. There's a chimney at the top made out of stone that at the moment I would imagine is currently lit.
Heck yeah.
Is up inside.
As you guys run across the desert, I keep saying desert. I don't know why.
I'm saying, he's thinking about dessert.
No, I'm really not a dessert fan. You guys run across the sands of the beach to the shack, and as soon as you guys get there, take just a second to catch your breath. Maybe you're starting to look around to see if you guys were discovered. Can I get some perception checks?
Yeah, I am going to see so hard. Oh yeah,
Perfect.
I'm going to look with my eyes.
Oh, hey, can we count that as a dirty 20 or as a 20?
No.
Mamma mia.
Hey, not too bad though. You guys feel like there's absolutely no change in the drone of background noise whatsoever. No one's calling out. Nothing's going on. Kind of the only thing you can hear is your own heartbeat in your chest as the adrenaline just started getting pumping just a little bit. But at the same time, you guys have a moment to see it for the first time. Tagore Harbor is, it's insane. When you guys last saw this space, it was occupied by, one second, notes. Mangawai was the name of the town. It was, nothing more than like 20 or so islander huts and homes that were constructed kind of together. Now there are wooden walls almost encircling this whole thing. On the side closest to you guys, actually, the wooden walls are not complete. They do not have been. It's very clear that all of this is very recent. There's a lot of disturbed dirt on the ground. There's a lot of cut down trees. There's a tremendous amount, and you can still hear it. It's almost omnipresent now, and Jet could attest. It's work around the clock.
Always fucking making noise.
And I'll actually show you guys real quick. You guys are over here, where I'm pinging, if you can see, way down here.
My house is just off.
Yeah, it's just off in the distance. And actually, Jet, as you approach the front door of your house, Jet, or not really a front door, but the front of your house, there are actually about a dozen pieces of rolled up parchment that are like tacked to the wall with ribbon or string.
I like to use my latent telekinesis because I took the telekinetic feat to pick up one of these stray pieces of paper.
Okay, you unrolling it to read it?
Yeah.
It is a signed by a member of the Austrian Commission, which, if you share this, Vargo would know that it's kind of like the Civilian Merchants Guild in Austria. It's an offer to purchase your property. It looks like all of these are. It is.
What is the price that they're listing?
Not a single one of them. Not a single one of them has a number listed. They all imply they would like to negotiate. Money is no object.
Especially on this island where it's good for
Yeah.
Or, well, maybe it's not anymore.
Exactly. Value is subjective.
I think they see it as something that needs to be removed.
Oh my god. We take the house
we'll talk later. This is brilliant. I love this man. Love the way he thinks.
But yeah, guys. So the walls are they're 20 foot high, except for right here and right here, where they're not completely built yet. And you can see that they're a series of basically palm trees lashed together. Sometimes they go all the way up. Sometimes they're piecemeal. It's not a very like Scylla, looking at it, you'd know that it's not a military defense. It's more like kind of looks like a windbreak, really, more than anything. And Shalla, you'd kind of get that idea as well. That, you know, a lot of what you do is guide your people away from storms. Sometimes your people do that on ships. Sometimes your people do that on land. It looks like they're trying to avoid that in the future entirely by just out-stubborning the weather. But yeah, there are lights, there are people moving around constantly. As you guys look through that section of incomplete wall, you can actually see what looks like they're tall 2- and 3-story buildings that look like they just Vargo, you would probably recognize these are kind of like low income, high occupancy, like workers housing type of thing.
So like my apartment.
Yours is a little bit nicer than this, but kind of the same vibe.
Cool.
And as you guys are looking over the information and whatnot, Jet, you actually hear voices coming from inside, more than one voice, and none of those voices are Tila.
I'm going to immediately, like, you know how a lizard's eyes slit when they see something, you know?
Yes.
Jet is going to stop moving. His eyes are going to, like, slit like a fucking, like, dragon's. He's going to hold up a hand to, like, stop at anybody who's behind him. Okay. I hear voices. None of them are the kids. Well, no one should be in my fucking house. Okay. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's going on. If they start attacking, just back me up, okay?
We'll be right in.
Okay. Okay, I haven't done this in a bit. I'm gonna crack my neck and my knuckles. Okay. Pull out my knife. Hold it behind my back. Okay. I'm going to, I guess, knock on my own fucking. Wait. I'll knock on the door frame, I guess.
Yeah, you just hear talking continue, and you know, as you kind of like fully round the corner and just take a look inside, you see Tila sitting inside at the table, just kind of nonchalantly, and then you see two other individuals. One of them has to be a new arrival to the island because he doesn't look like he's from here. He's kind of pudgy, young, like older teenies or close to Tila's age, maybe a little younger. Long blonde hair that goes down to his shoulders, that's kind of just messy as all get out, and like a large, it almost looks like a rug that he's wearing is like a sweater or a top. And the other one is a little less pudgy, but not much less pudgy, with a bowl cut going on of dark brown hair. Looks to be about the same age. And they're just kind of talking, and she looks and sees you walk in the door.
I'm gonna kind of hold up my hand to my mouth, just like
Oh, hey, Jet, you're back. Hey.
Hi, Tila. So, question. And I need you to answer me honestly. Who the fuck are these people?
Oh, these are just some vagrants. They thought that they were taking the house over, but they were misunderstood. So we just kind of been hanging out.
So, let me get this straight. You chuckle fucks waltzed up to this house, thought it was empty, and thought, hey, this is a great idea to hole up in it. Am I getting that?
I mean, it's 100%, and it's also 100% how Jet got this house. So,
Yeah, well, I'm clearly more competent.
yeah, like, man, it's not like a big deal.
Yeah, well,
The name's Rainn.
let's see. I need to find the right words to say right now. Oh, yeah. Get the fuck out of my house!
Whoa, man, you don't gotta be so harsh, dude. Like, it's chill, man. It's been a rough
I'll count
week.
to 5.
Can you?
1.
Dude, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Go back to my gazebo? Like, what?
Yeah, anywhere but here. It's taken.
Damn it. Alright.
Get out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out.
Alright, come on, Skylar, let's go. And then, Tila looks, she's like, later, Randy, and he heads off. And they just kind of go walking down the beach.
You have got to stop letting people into the house without my permission.
I don't... Neither here nor there.
Oh my god.
What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, fine. That's literally all I care about, but... Like, they didn't get violent, right?
What do you mean, fights Randy?
Okay.
He's just a...
Alright.
He smokes a little too much, and he doesn't have any ambition in life. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, well, he can think about where his life's going anywhere but my fucking house. How about that?
I mean, sure.
Look, kid, I agreed to let you live here. I didn't say you could invite over strangers to... How long were they in my house?
I don't know. How long were you gone?
How long was it?
Maybe a day or so, day and a half.
So I'm gone 1 day and you're already renting it out. Whatever.
Oh.
That's not what we're here to... There's other things that we gotta talk about.
She takes a drink out of a flask she pulls out of her boot. They were here moments after you left.
Guys, come out. You don't have to kill anybody.
What, you brought... This is a tiny, tiny place to live already, man.
Look, it's only for a little bit. I'm not inviting them to live here. Oh my god! Just get the good gin out of the cellar.
None of it's good.
Then get the least shittiest kind. Whatever. I'm not picky.
I like the shitty kind.
Yeah. Sometimes the shitty kind is better. Cheaper, and it gets you drunk equally as fast.
She actually is startled to see you guys all walk in, and then like startled goes to annoyed as the confines get a little cramped.
Oh shit, I had friends. Nobody. I don't have friends for a reason because most of them, well, right before I met you guys, most of them were already dead. So,
Damn.
you know, yeah.
And Shalla, actually, when she sees you, she Jet, you'd kind of even notice her face lights up kind of in a way that hasn't happened in a couple weeks. She actually runs over and gives you a big hug, Shalla.
Oh, okay. Show a little surprise.
Well, Shalla, roll me a history check real quick. Ooh, that was almost terrifying. 21, fantastic. So Tila is a Tomawatwi, like yourself. You guys grew up living very close together. Probably spent a good amount of time as homies. She was also the one that attacked you guys and was possessed by the darkness and whatnot. But after she
That's
was
all behind us.
after she was cured of that, she kind of came back to town. I will never be able to thank you enough for what you did for me, all of you.
Happy to help.
Happiness is that's a lot to ask these days. What brings you all? I thought you were heading off towards the center of the island.
Well, they can tell the details better than me. I'm still wrapping my head around it.
Yeah, wait, what did she know of our mission? I forget how publicly known.
Probably not much. Not much at all, kinda.
Alright, we've got good news and bad news.
Oh joy. It can't be worse than I've already got.
The good news is we kind of figured out how and why that thing possessed me.
Okay.
And the bad news is probably because of Maya.
She puts her hand up to her forehead and takes another long drink off the flask she's got. I wish I could say I'm surprised.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just, she's been so odd since I returned. A lot's happened that you guys don't know about. Like, obviously, there's a town here, which, by the way, they have amazing wines and really good beer, too. These foreigners, they're okay in my book. Well, anyways, apparently, some of these people, God, I don't know, Austrians, they actually came in and gave Maya a title of some sort. I don't know, but she's kind of, I don't know, because we don't do this, but she's kind of in charge of this town. And she's been so incredibly distant towards me, ever since, like, she won't talk to me, she won't look me in the eye if I see her across the town. It's just, she's just been so unlike herself.
Who is it that appointed her as the leader?
It was something to do with an agreement between the captains that came from the far off lands, and her. I think they came here expecting to find someone in charge, and they couldn't find someone in charge, so they went with the first person to talk to them.
We may have to bring this to the attention of some of the other elders. This is not how we usually do things.
No. Well, nothing here is how we do things. That's kind of the idea of it, but it's different. I don't go out very often. If I do, I just go to the Undertow and drink. It's the bar in town. It's actually fantastic. But it's just, I don't know. She's got a big house in the back corner of town. She's already changed so much. And Scylla, you actually would remember not too awful long ago, you had spent the night in Maya's home, and it was a 2-room, I don't want to say shack, but it was a 2-room situation. It was nothing impressive. So she has quickly glowed up a little bit. And there's just been a bunch of interesting. I'm sure I don't know if it was too dark when you guys arrived. But you can see it from here. Even now, and she points out the front door window situation, and you can see like a long line of lights going out into the water. They're kind of reflecting off. Looks like there's some type of structure built out over the water. And then as it kind of goes back towards shore, it's getting darker and harder to see, but you can see 2 massive buildings. There's a couple large buildings that you guys can see. There's a couple 2- and 3-story buildings. These are quite a bit bigger than that. They've been doing a lot over there at the docks. They have a counting house and warehouses, and they're even the guys building the walls take breaks, but they're constantly working over at the docks 24/7. They're digging something. They're taking dirt out. I don't know what's going on. It's just been weird. So I've been kind of staying out of the way. Nobody kind of wants me around anyways.
Well, here's the thing. And I'm gonna need you to follow me on this. We're hoping to sneak into her house to see if she's got any, just find out if we get any intel on what she's might be up to. Only problem is we need her out of the house.
Well, and that might be challenging. Like I said, she won't even make eye contact with me.
Well,
we may need you to force it.
Yeah.
We need to confront her.
If I can just get if I can get like a solid 10, 20 minutes in there.
Well, it's not just her in that house. That's kind of where they're conducting town business. They've built a lot, but there's still much more to be done, apparently. So there is a great deal of other people that kind of work in her home. It's not just a residence. If that makes sense.
Not in the evening, correct? Do they live with
I have no idea. I've never been in.
Sounds like we can take this out.
Yeah.
Who's the stealthiest one we have?
Yo.
Not it.
It's
I got
probably a tie between Vargo's abilities and Jet. Yeah.
I would say let's have them scope it out tonight. I mean, there's fools rush in for a reason. If we can take this time to prepare a good battle plan, then we have more of a chance of this pulling off.
All right. Vargo, you down? You ready for this?
Or if you guys just want to now during the day to see if you see anything, so we have us update info for tonight.
Well, it's nighttime now, man.
Yeah, I'd say it's go time.
Well, it's reconnaissance time.
Yeah.
We're not just bursting in, are we?
No.
We're doing recon.
Okay, good.
I'll take Imperial.
What's I kind of turn towards you, Vargo. What's your like escape plan in case we get caught somehow?
Don't think your Tila picks pipes up, and don't think that you're stuck in there either. It looks ominous, the walls do, but there is actually like large carved archways.
Right.
She kind of draws out a rough shape of the map on the floor, and she kind of points to like up here and over here to the side, and over here. Oh no, there's the beginnings of one over here on the south end of this new construction they're planning on expanding the town, and these walls aren't really meant to keep things out. It's more to, like, they say, to block the wind. So they're kind of like sectioning off, building the town bit by bit, I guess. And these are kind of where they're going to. So there's ways out. It's not like you're trapped, you know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I got a decent panic button, but I need to know that if I activate it, that you'll be able to get out by yourself.
Probably.
Okay. Just, like, just if you feel confident that you can.
I mean, I've still got the spell scroll of teleport to the shack, right? That wasn't.
No, she used that as a anchor more than anything.
Yeah, I got a panic button too.
Okay. Yeah. So if it looks like we're gonna get caught, or we are already caught, then we activate our respective panic buttons and escape. Okay. Preferably without getting seen. All right. Good game plan.
All right. I have a plan for the assault, but go ahead, give as much info as you can. I think I have this covered.
All right.
Well, I just want to point this out for you. This is not an assault.
No. What I'm saying is for this recon, not tonight, but for the actual plan.
I got you.
Yeah. I have it.
All right.
Scylla, do you?
Yes, enhance
perfect.
ability, Cat's Grace on both Jet and Vargo.
Oh.
Okay. I thought you were going to use it on yourself. I got you. Go.
All right.
Oh, I already cast it on myself.
I got you.
All right.
And so yeah, for the next hour, advantage on dexterity checks and no fall damage from 20 feet or less.
So we're just
All
gonna
right,
hop.
Margo,
Yeah.
can you keep up with me?
And I think for the sake of this, we're actually be aware that the map is slightly off scale, but we're gonna kind of use our tokens for this just to kind of keep an idea of where everybody's at. So we'll kind of just like go by segments. And if you guys are gonna, like, I don't know if you guys are all sticking together. What's the game plan there?
I think it's just gonna be me and Vargo going in to see what's up and then reporting back.
Okay, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that. Nobody else wants to go?
All right.
They could like go hide behind the tree line.
Yeah.
I assume the big thing in the upper left is her house.
Yes. Yeah. There's.
I mean, they could try to hide in the trees and be like a few turns away, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
I got you.
So you flip it.
Telekinesis and mild telepathy, yes.
You're gonna be able to maintain it. Connected with one of them while we go outside.
Well, as long as I can get near a window and see one of them, then yeah.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but hopefully we won't have to talk very much.
Cool. All right. So, as you guys kind of head out, do you want to make me a group stealth check as we cross the sands?
This is the two of us scoops. We've advanced, right?
Yes, you do.
I have advantage.
Ooh.
That's a natural 20!
Yeah, sneaky boys.
For a 31.
Let me zoom this in here for a second. Why is this not? Oh, because I'm on the wrong button. I'm gonna just move you and you over here.
They're like shadows.
So yeah, you guys quickly make it over to the walls where they're kind of still building them. As you guys approach the edge of town, you can tell that there's a like a trench where they're digging in like the foundations for the wall that runs the entirety of this path, except for you can't even see that far. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of just going the entirety of the path that we're gonna build the wall. As you guys approach, feeling like you are quite stealthy, Vargo, actually, you guys are in dim light at this point, I would say. It is, you guys come across this series of tightly clustered, tall, multi-resident buildings that have sprung up. And as you guys peer around, you guys want to give me a perception check?
Yes, I will.
I'm back, by the way.
That is 9.
9 and a 22. Well, somebody's here to do some heavy lifting.
I got a 30. Oh my god.
You, there's a handful of people around. There's some groups of people up here, kind of just hanging out. Looks like kind of working class type of people, just kind of relaxing after a long shift. You can smell cooking food coming from a large building to your guys' south. Well, I say south, north. I drew a compass on the map because these get confusing. You guys can smell the smell of cooking and singing, as well as like some light instrument carried on the wind. Likely Tavern that Tila had spoken of. Jet, you probably haven't been there because you're not much of a people person, but she spends quite a bit of time there. And otherwise, from where you guys are at right now, there doesn't seem to be a lot of activity. You guys are free to let's keep it within like your normal movement speed, but you guys are clear to proceed.
All right, let's try to dig through the shadows. Probably make our way through the center, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Gotcha. And let me ask you guys how the style of sneaking you're doing, because again, Jet, you're not a person of interest here, but Vargo, you could be to the wrong person. Are you guys kind of like actually like lurching in the shadows, or are you kind of just staying to the side? But
I'm going for a physical rather than a
I gotcha.
I'll go for, with that 30, 31, I'm a fucking ghost.
For
I'm
sure.
walking through the crowd, but no one's fucking looking at me.
Heck yeah. And yeah, as you guys kind of make your way through, they're pretty unremarkable buildings. They're hastily made. Vargo, you can see some that are constructed like looks like they were conjured or summoned or created through magical means. Some look like they were constructed as hastily as possible. Often, like, I don't know. If you're interested, roll me an investigation check. Either one of you guys. Yeah.
I have a plus 10.
Nice.
Oof, that's a killer roll. 28.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is pretty good.
Yeah, and Vargo, you even pick up on this too. Like a lot of these buildings look like they're fairly modular, or like built like from like prefabricated panels, things like that. And actually, in fact, as you guys look around, you do see like refuse piles or like timber that's been set aside, and in these large like wall panels that are like, I guess can be like quickly assembled. There's a nothing here is quality. It doesn't seem. It's a kind of a hastily put together operation. But yeah, it's fairly beaten dirt ground that's actually turned to mud in places where water's been thrown out or spilled, or there's a leak or something like that. But it's kind of getting that feeling of civilization that you guys kind of come to miss a little bit on the island, even if you don't want to admit it.
I will say that Jet is not miss this fucking at all. Because he's been around the world at this point. I'm done with this. I don't need it. Okay. How close are we to the house?
I mean, you're the town away pretty much. So if you guys kind of want to just keep pressing.
This alleyway.
Heck
Yeah. I'll be using both my action and my bonus action to dash.
I gotcha.
I'll be moving at this double dashing, so that instead of 60, that's 120.
Gotcha. So as you guys clear the first street without any issue, can I get you guys, as you're like pushing through, to give me one more stealth check, please, with advantage?
You got it. I already have it, but thanks anyway.
I beat mine from last time. Let's see if you can.
Nah, I can't. 18.
Hey, that's actually not too bad at all. Vargo, you are you're a ghost. You're in the shadows. You're in your comfort zone. Jet, you kind of kick over a box, a wooden crate that's been set up, and it makes a little bit of noise, and a guard that's walking by down this street here kind of picks up on you, like just kind of looks like just jerks an eye over at you, sees you stumble over a box, and then just keeps walking, and he makes it down.
That drunk folk.
Yeah, he makes it down to the end and makes a turn and walks out of sight. There's a few people standing around. There's a group of people hanging out up here in the shade under this palm tree. I say shade, it's dark, but they're kind of just like still hanging out. You guys see a wide smattering of people with elven features and people with more human features, as well as the normal human stock from the islands. But as you guys kind of, Vargo, as you make your way out of that alleyway and across that street after the guard moves out of sight, the style of buildings changes to a little bit more of they're definitely smaller for like single family homes that look like they might have been some of the first to spring up before it kind of realized that a lot more housing would be needed. And to your to the north, off towards the water there, Vargo, you can hear the sounds of hammer on steel coming from a large building at the end of the street. With smoke coming out of a chimney. Looks like it might be a smithy of some type.
Okay. We try to sneak around the south, maybe get in those patch trees over there.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Where this house Sounds good to me.
Cool. I'll say as you get up to the end of that street there, if you guys can give me one more round of stealth checks just to kind of... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Jet's tokens.
Oh, well, that is a 30.
Sorry, Margo. I accidentally had a hold of you and Jet both, and I moved Jet, and it moved you all the way across the map. 27 and a 30, you guys are... Vargo, I think you could be standing in front of, like, Maya, and she might not notice you.
Yeah, you have to grab Jet's shoulder every few seconds. You know, I'm still... Yeah.
Heck yeah. So as you guys make your way out of the residential streets, you see a large copse of palm trees that, and every tree that you've seen in here, actually, come to think of it, has been replanted. These were not naturally here. In fact, the dirt underneath your feet was not naturally here. Some of it was, but most of this was beach. Clearly they had to have something a little bit better to build on. But this large copse of trees has a building in it. Looks like a home, a decently sized home here that you guys can see with lights coming from the windows. This home has actual glass windows in it, which is cool. So it looks like it might be somebody prominent maybe lives there, especially given its proximity to Maya's home, which, as you can now see, is a sprawling estate, really. It looks like it's 2-story over most of the area, with a large 3-story section here. It's
Hot plants growing around her, man. You know what? I don't know why she's so angry.
but yeah, so
I mean, look at him. Just like Conley's.
and also do want to give just a full disclosure on this. It's a dense copse of trees, but they're palm trees, so there isn't a whole lot of forest floor coverage, if you guys get my drift. So it's a well-maintained yard otherwise.
All right.
As long as I'm in the shadows, I'm fine doing my way around this.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And actually, I would say, Vargo, if I can... Actually, give me just a second. Let me see if I can put a... I don't know how to work this.
One's texting.
There's some light that glows from the windows on this residence. And the light comes out maybe 10 feet at best. So at the point where you can see the trees begin, basically, is complete darkness out here. There's very little light pollution at this. And now if you get closer, like Vargo, where you're standing at right now, would be dim light. But if you get closer towards the... Yeah, then you're almost in complete darkness there.
Okay. Just sneak our way along.
Jet,
Yeah.
do you have dark vision?
Do I have dark vision? Do I have dark vision? Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. So yeah, roll me a perception check as you guys approach the outskirts of this compound.
Well, I can't wait to roll another 5. Come on. Yeah, man. That's a 14.
Okay, gotcha. it's kind of eerily quiet. But as you guys creep along the wall, you pick up movement from inside the Maya's estate. You also pick up movement from inside the smaller house that's directly near you guys. Nothing exciting. Like you can in this residence here, you can see a man and a woman. They appear to be they're human. It's hard to say Onstrian or Borealan. Even to you, Vargo, it's hard to place it because the homes here kind of don't really have any one specific style. But you can see two people inside this residence that you guys can see. And coming from Maya's residence, you can see it's pretty. You can see a bunch of movement coming from inside, casting playing with the light as they walk through or in front of windows and things like that. And as you guys continue to creep along towards the back of the estate, where the trees open up a little bit, there's actually standing right here two islanders that are doing something that islanders don't do often, and they're holding swords. They're not holding swords, they have them sheathed to their sides. They don't look like they're anything special, but they definitely look like they're standing guard.
Alright.
So if I could I get a stealth check from the two of you guys?
Oh boy. Here we go. Mamma mia. Mamma mia indeed. Oh
geez, indeed. And where's Jet at in respect to Vargo? Are you guys right next to each other, or?
I'd say we're right next to each other.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to split up.
I got you.
If we're both equally as stealthy, there's no reason for us to.
I got you. I'll say as you guys get up to there, Vargo, you're moving as quiet as you've ever moved. Jet finds a twig and steps on it. It doesn't make a loud snap, though. It is clearly rained here sometime recently, so everything's a little bit moist. The guard closest to you all turns his head towards you guys, but when he does, you guys are already gone, pressed up against the side of the estate. But close call.
Yeah. Oh boy. Wow.
Are all of the... Sorry, there's glass windows.
Yes, there are a pair of large glass windows here, kind of next to you guys, if you guys are backs up against the wall. Another pair here in the center, and a large bay window here at the edge that you can see.
Do all the windows look like they represent
Yes, actually. Roll me an Arcana check, Vargo. Eight. Hard to tell, but it's a warm light, but it's not firelight that you're seeing. So could be something magical inside that's providing light, but you're not sure. But it seems to be coming out of most of the windows equally, though, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If I... Does casting detect magic make a lot of consecutive breakers?
I'll tell you what, if you roll me your stealth check before you cast it, I will.
Good at all. I guess. 17, my worst so far.
Hey, 17. 17 was 17 was good. That was what Jet just rolled, and that was not a failure on passives. So yeah, you're good. You make a little bit of a noise, but it's not enough to.
Okay. Yeah, then I mostly want to try to look for any sort of magical crap or alarms or that sort of thing. And I think this would be information.
I got you. There is a whole bunch of magic going on around you, to the point where it kind of like leaves an after image. What you see in your mind leaves an after image into your real mind that's kind of gone into the dark vision mode. Along the wall that those guards are standing next to, there's a door. You can detect some type of abjurative magic as well as evocative magic from that door. Windows don't seem to have anything going on. You can definitely feel some low-powered magic that's kind of just floating in the room, kind of like drifting around. It's hard to tell, but it is... I think it's conjuration. Is that what light spells are?
Evocation.
Evocation. That makes sense. Yeah, so you feel evocative magic kind of floating around. And then you feel little traces of illusion here and little traces of transmutation kind of everywhere in little places. But you're kind of familiar with the way Anstria sets up shop. When they go places, they transmute a lot of things, so that one doesn't really throw you too much.
Yeah, it sounded like the door is probably the only immediate danger. It seems outside.
What you can also feel, let me see if I actually have to measure this real quick. I will say that you can feel the faint, like, migraine aura of a strong magical presence at the far end of the estate.
Interesting.
It's hard to say. You don't have a bead on it. You can't tell exactly what it is. It's a little outside of your range, but it's strong enough that it's radiating into your range.
Okay. Does this place have... It's multiple floors?
Yeah. The segment of the home that you're up against right now is about 3 floors, give or take. It's hard to tell, but looking kind of like the glances you've stolen through the windows, it looks like it's more of like a vaulted ceiling type situation in this building, at least partially, from what you can see. But most of the rest of the residence looks like it's 2 floors, from what you've seen.
We try to get up on the roof and figure out what that magic is coming from.
Yeah, sounds good to me. How do you think we should get up there?
Yeah, where are you?
Well, what spells do I have?
Every time I climb my rooms.
I believe I have Misty stuff. How tall is the building?
It would probably be about... I honestly don't know. Let me look at this. Let me think about this for a tiny second.
If it was less than 30 feet, I have a way up there.
Let's see here.
Oh wait, is it not?
So yeah, looking like 40 feet to the bottom of the roof line.
All right. so I need to get a bit of a boost. Do you get? Oh wait, no.
What if-
I don't have
what if he-
Missy's step. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Well, never mind that. It looks like there's no way to get around the house without leaving darkness.
Roll me a survival check, Vargo. Meanwhile, back in Jet's cottage, everybody's just passing around a flask of wine.
Oh no, they're in the tree line, right?
We have not roleplayed that. I don't believe that's the case.
Oh, well. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, there would have to be, like, checks and stuff. That's why I gave everybody the opportunity and nobody said anything. The 13 survival check, though, Mr. Vargo, it's kind of hard to say. You feel like you can probably get... it doesn't look like you can get around the residence completely concealed. Unless you went past the guards somehow. That's...
I mean, we can just try to peek in the windows and see what we can see, but I don't know if we can really try to get inside the house right now.
I mean, I could turn myself invisible.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to...
I mean, worst comes to worst. Worst comes to worst, I have to use something that I can use once per day. Is that teleport scroll one and done? Okay, let's
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
pretty sure scrolls are.
Yeah, it's I will say that just throwing out some suggestions here.
Yes.
I mean, maybe the trees can help you get some elevation. That brings its own complications, maybe, but.
I can do that with Misty Step, but I don't know if I want to. I mean, we can try, I suppose.
And like I say too, you do know that while this is the most accessible piece of the estate, it's also the tallest piece of the estate.
I mean, if we want to split up and you want to try and take the trees and I turn myself invisible and go inside.
We're here for reconnaissance only. Don't forget. No
Yes.
self-capture. We're looking for a...
I think we gotta get inside though if we want to get information.
But we're gonna
Yeah,
do
that's-
tomorrow
Oh,
whenever.
well, so Corvin's not there though, so hang tight, bud.
That's, yeah, I mean, I can... You want me to try hopping on the roof first?
Yeah, try that. If it doesn't work, then
Okay, I'll give it my best attempt to shimmy up the all three.
Okay. Make me an athletics check to climb a tree.
Just make it...
Yeah, you can guidance yourself. We're a little fast and loose with guidance. I'm not a jackass about it.
Didn't help.
I'd say it takes a little bit of effort. You're getting used to it. You're still concealed, but yeah, you're having a little bit of a hard time with it. It's a palm tree. They're not the most easy thing to climb. You can roll one more time if you want, sir. Shalla, are you being scried upon?
No, Remy's laying on the keyboard.
The 15, right?
Hey, 15 will just do it, man. Just do it. It's a tricky climb. Meanwhile, Shalla's getting her mind dominated by a cat.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a good roll. Yeah.
Literally
I guess I'll
came up on here and yeah.
try to jump across to the roof after that.
I gotcha. It is
like swing back and forth and make the palm tree sway a little bit and then jump off when he goes forward.
I dig the hell out of this. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. I think, let's just get, can I get an acrobatics check with you, as well as a stealth check? Just to, yeah.
Have advantage, right? It's all dex checks. Or is that?
Is that how enhanced? I don't honestly know off the top of my head. Matt, is that?
What's wrong?
It's all dexterity checks, so yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sweet. That's awesome. I did not know that. That's actually really awesome.
25 on my
Yeah, roll.
25 on my
Perfect. You fully, yeah. You like time it to the point where there's a small little pickup of wind, and you rock backwards, and then you lunge forward, and it gently drops you off at the edge of the roof line.
You have rope, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just, I guess if I got up here without any trouble, I'll slowly lower my rope down the corner away from the windows, I guess.
Yeah. And once it gets down, I'll wrap it around my waist and give it like a 2 tugs. I mean, I'm a small creature. I don't weigh very much, and my athletics is -2.
Yeah. We'll say you got time. You got time, and you guys are mightily stealthy, so you guys, you have no trouble getting him reeled up.
I'm actively putting more weight on it.
It's like holding down the brakes when you're steering the car that's being pushed.
No.
If we sneak over to this side of the roof, like the courtyard side, can I see anything that might be able to getting out that magical power?
Yeah, make me a perception check, Mr. Argo. Hey, that's not terrible. Let me make sure on distance. Yeah. So this part of the estate is actually single floor, and it's got a large wrap-around window that goes from outside of your ability to see to the front, where it connects in with the rest of the estate. And inside there is where the source of this magical effect is coming from. And inside, sitting at a plush-looking couch, is Maya. And she's sitting in there with a, what does he look like? Hang on just 1 second. I have to pull up my NPC docs. She's sitting in there with an islander male. He's kind of a big dude, but like in that kind of like he might know how to fight type of way. But he doesn't look like he's like a trained warrior, if that makes sense. And he's, you know, in there, and then they're also speaking with another individual whose back is turned to you. Sorry, her back is turned to you. You can see, even with a 16, you can see elven features. Likely someone from... no, it does not look like her, actually. It looks like somebody from Austria, like an Austrian. She's not wearing anything that you can see from this distance that gives away like a station or anything like that. She doesn't look like a member of the Novenarchy or anything like that. I'd say from that distance with a 16, that's about the best we can get. You can't, from that distance, can't quite focus in on what is, who is white girl texting? Was that you, Cat?
No, Rimmy's laying on the keyboard.
Oh.
But he's not making any noises. That's not him. I hear it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyways, so yeah, what you want to do?
I guess either listen in or wait for them to leave.
Yeah, they're definitely too far away to listen in from this point, but
Yeah, I'm gonna use my new weapon to try to look at him through the scope, and you see him like kind of fingering a bolt at his side while he's doing so. He really wants to take a shot from you.
heck yeah. Does Vargo have the ability to read lips by chance?
If that is a thing that you need proficiency in.
Yeah, it's I think the observant feat. I think you can.
I do not have
Okay, I got you. Heck yeah. So, spyglass functionally gives you advantage on perception, correct? Is that how that works?
let's see.
I've never used one because I've never been able to afford one in game because they cost as much as plate mail.
Fine. That's, no, objects are magnified to twice their size.
Oh.
That says.
How is that functionally worth 1,000 gold pieces? Screw that. Roll a perception with advantage, sir. That seems for you're getting your gold's worth. Well, not yours, but yeah, that's much better. You're able to see in quite good detail now. The elven woman with her back turned to you. She's standing with a firm posture. She is dressed very elegantly, though, with blonde hair and a tight bun, wearing a black kind of like a half jacket type of thing over a dark gray robe or gown. It's hard to tell from this distance. No, it's not. You've got a spyglass. It's like a nice gown. And it's she doesn't look like a mage, but she's some type of Austrian nobility of some type.
Didn't come on the ship.
Does not look familiar to you. Does not look familiar to you at all, actually. Like, not somebody that you would have dealt with.
Okay.
The islander as well, he kind of just looks like a normal islander. Like, he's well muscled and tanned, and has got the tattooed skin, but looks like a... I mean, really, it's hard to say that he doesn't look like your average blue-collar guy. But they're locked in a conversation, borderline maybe an argument, disagreement. It's hard to tell. There's definitely some stern body language coming off of the elven female. Maya looks very relaxed and kind of nonplussed, and you can see magic radiating off of her neck and off of her hands and off of the robe she wears around her kind of sundress like get up. It's a pretty well decorated room too. Well, more well decorated than any island residence you've seen, even Anna's. Like lavish plush couches, the humongous set of windows. It's kind of a lot. And also, with a 24 perception. I'll say you can also hear footsteps on wood beneath you. So the entire thing is not at least all... it's not all vaulted ceiling. So there's definitely some stuff underneath you as well.
Okay. Yeah, are you gonna try to get in there still? Good. I'm very. We should get out of here before I shoot somebody.
What exactly weapon are you using?
A sniper bow, sniper crossbow.
I mean, looking
Probably like as long as you are tall.
Wow. Jesus Christ. But all right, let's put the. I mean, I can try. How about this? I will turn myself invisible. I will try and get closer to hear what they're actually saying. If I can't do that, then we fail.
Sure. Before we do that, is the house or the wall taller? Does this look like we could jump onto the wall from here? It looks like it's like 5 or 10 feet or something.
Yeah, you 100% could. The wall is actually about 20 feet below you. The wall goes up about 20 foot. The roof is highest at like about 50 foot at its peak, and at its base, it's like 40 foot up. So it'd be a long landing, rough landing, yeah.
Are there guards within sight walking along it or anything, or is it just kind of
It's a very narrow wall. It's just like basically the width of a palm tree.
Just thinking if he gets caught, I might try to run and jump up the wall.
I gotcha. Yeah, I will say there's no guards walking around that. You do, there's somebody you can hear milling about below you. They're a little bit out of sight, though, but it is a possibility that there's at least another guard down on the inside of that courtyard, but it's, like I said, it's out of sight.
Yeah, I'll just, I guess, be watching Jet from the roof, or I guess I'll be watching that room to see if anything like an invisible person happens.
Okay, gotcha. So, Jet, do you want to make me a stealth check as you make your way along and try to get a little bit closer?
I will turn myself invisible for the sake of this stealth, or just the 1 second level spell slot.
I gotcha. We have an invisible Jet.
So I'll make a stealth check.
I'll call you Wonder Woman.
It's the stupidest ability to have. I've got a jet that's invisible. I'm not, but the jet is. Especially when Wonder Woman can fly.
With the advent of invisibility,
He wasn't supposed to be able to.
masking my appearance, I have rolled a 26.
Heck yeah, you have. Yeah, you get right down there. You slide down the shingles of the roof onto this segment, make your way along, get over here onto this one, slide down this segment, get down here, and there's a nice little chimney going on here. And Vargo, I also want to let you know, there were combination abjurative, evocative runes, magic that you were detecting here, down here, and another place closer to where Maya was, as well as on the front of the residence.
Probably try to point those out before he leaves.
Yeah, you can totally get that.
Touch the spots, maybe.
Yeah, just it looks like to you guys that they got the doors wired up like crazy at this place. So Jet, you're doing a little listening, trying to.
Yeah, I'm perking up my little ears.
Q. Roll me a perception check. All right, for a 12, I will say it takes you a little bit to find a place where you can hear through good enough. But you find actually the chimney has got some decent acoustics to it. So do you want to roll me an investigation check, Jet, as you try and piece together the words that you're hearing come out of this chimney?
21.
21. All right. You hear, and I don't think, and Jet's heard Maya talk. Roll me a history check just to see if you can differentiate Maya's voice from the others. Yeah, so you hear a chick. You hear a chick saying, yeah, seriously, as the motorcycle goes by. Right? You hear, so there was some delay in getting the material over the mountain, but it should be arriving very shortly. So everything's still on schedule. And then you hear another chick voice saying, okay, well, assurances were made, and you are also able to hear, this one's actually got like a kind of a stern tone to it as well. You hear, assurances were made, and I'm being given nothing but delays. And then you hear another, the female voice go back. There have been delays, yes, but we have, production is ongoing constantly, as well as the production of a couple other substances that we found growing native on your island that we believe we can also turn a great profit off of. So I rest assured there is still production going on. And then you hear, sorry, 1 second, I have to look at my notes 1 second for this. Then you hear that same one say, Alpha, tell her. And then you hear a male voice go, I don't want to, I mean, my guys have been working around the clock. We've been digging, we've been producing, we've been packaging. I don't know what else you want us to do. We're run so thin. But as you're sitting there listening, you kind of lose your footing for just a second, and you kind of stumble for just a moment, and you have a hard time getting back to that position you're in where you're hearing. So you kind of lose the conversation. But across the way, across the courtyard, Vargo, you can see this conversation continues for a moment. You know that Jet's out there somewhere. You're not sure where. But this conversation continues for a moment, and then you see the male and female that are not Maya. They leave. They go out of sight. And maybe 30 or 40 seconds later, you hear a door open, and you watch as one of those beads of magic in your awareness flickers out for a moment before returning. And moments later, you watch the pair walking down this far street here towards the water before eventually going out of sight. Just because of the roof lines, then more than anything.
Yeah, definitely the on-screen side of our organization.
And you can roll me a history check, Fargo.
It's
12. You've had dealings with the commission on a number of times working as an artifinder, the commission being the private enterprise that sprung up in Anstria when the construction of her larger ships began. Essentially, they're capitalism manifest. Like, they're the East India Company, or they want to be. And she's kind of got that vibe to her. It's kind of what you're kind of picking up. And you're not really a fan of them so much. You've worked with them out of necessity because they have fingers in every pie and a shit ton of money. But they're not generally seen as the most savory of types.
Yeah, I mean, I'd assume they've been vendors in the past.
Definitely.
It's correct.
But Jet, you kind of your ability to hear conversation kind of trails off, and then you start hearing footsteps on wood and doors opening and closing. Jet, also from where you're at there, you can see the backside of the guard standing over there. You can also see another guard standing at a door, kind of directly below Vargo, under an canopy or an overhang. So there's people around.
And Maya is still in her room.
Well, you're above the room. You're not inside. Inside's a whole nother ball game.
Well, I'm gonna message. Is Margo within 120 feet of me?
Yeah, definitely.
Then would I be able to find him and point at him with the message spell?
Yeah, you can. You remember where he was when you left, and he's across the courtyard, kind of above you.
I'll just be I'll just convey all the information I got to him through the message spell. Fast forward the conversation.
Cool.
Oh, is that the one they replied?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah,
Basically, it acts as a comm system for us.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the other two left. Are you going to be able to get any further?
I think I should. Just, if stuff starts to get hairy, don't forget our exit strategy, our escape buttons.
Alright, if you hear a loud horn blast, then you can try to escape.
Alright. Okay, wait, where should I go, do you think,
I don't know, try to figure out what they were doing. Sort of records room, or her personal room, or I don't know how you're gonna get in though, without.
Because Vargo, you from where you're standing, you can see Maya still in their room.
Oh, yeah, she's still in that room.
you gotta find a way to get her out. Let me think for a second. I have minor illusion, message, mage hand, presentation.
Even if you get around, it's like search the place where.
Just search the place real top to bottom, and then probably use my escape buttons once I've done searching a room.
Just
I imagine
the voice in the back of your head, Vargo, that's just your conscience, tells you that the doors on this place are wired up like crazy with traps, presumably. This might be a B&E that requires a little bit more setup.
I don't know how far you're gonna get. All the entrances I can see have specific codes, so
yeah. You think now's a good time for a tactical retreat?
you can try to go down the chimney. Chimney probably doesn't have alarms, right?
what, Fargo?
Just you.
That's ballsy. Stupid.
Might be.
So we're doing.
Okay,
Alright,
you
wait.
wanna go down the chimney?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Here's that.
So it's a wonderful. It's a little bit small of a chimney for you, Jet. Even for your size, it's not a Santa Claus chimney. It's more of a. I don't know. It's maybe 6 inches across. It's more of a pipe than chimney.
So if I fold myself up, can I squeeze down it?
I think that'd be a little much even for a little tiny kobold.
I have a way to get in, but I can't get out.
Alright, maybe try to sneak out of town while you're still visible. We can go.
Oh no, I have a much better way of travel. I'm going to find a nice corner.
Okay.
If we're going to be retreating, I'm going to summon my familiar. A little crow is going to appear on my shoulder. I'm going to hand that crow my knife, and I'm going to use bottled respite to jump inside of it.
Fly, bird, fly.
And I'm going to, before I do so, instruct the bird to fly back to my house.
And it flies over the volcano.
Nah!
What's happening, Mr. Frodo? I can't see.
You watch. Yeah, I'll decloak for this so Fargo can see it happen.
Like, yeah, Fargo, as you see a little kobold scurry to the edge and pull a bird out of his pocket and then vanish as the bird flies off.
And you just hear a very gruff, ta-da!
When I get back to the house, bah!
Alright, I guess we're getting out of here.
I guess.
Does it look like it would probably be safer to try to scale down the side of the house than to jump onto the fence? I'm assuming.
Jump onto the catch a ride bird.
Yeah, probably a little bit safer. Yeah, I will say if you wanted to, it's a little on the risky side, but if you wanted to, you could go around and maybe try to get down where it's a little closer to the ground level. But you could also just try to
Can I do the wall jumps with acrobatics, or is that just the athletics?
Oh, you can do it with acrobatics. We can call it like a parkour landing.
Yeah, I'm feeling dexterous as a cat. I'll go for a running jump off the edge here towards the
Yeah, roll me an athletics.
wait, acrobatic.
Acrobatics, yeah, sorry. I'll pass. I honestly don't know what the difference. 23. 23, you actually 100% do. You land and you do a perfect, like, parachute landing. Roll me a dexterity saving throw to see how good we're staying on top of this narrow wall.
Okay. So, those. I think it was pretty good. 61.
21, perfect. Yeah, you're able to, like a kitty cat, just slink along the way. And as you look down, you can actually see the kind of a slum that's set up of, it looks like workers' housing. Outside the wall, you can see a large swath of freshly chopped down and cleared trees. Looks like they're actively working on expansion.
Makes sense. If you're outside of the land, that's
Yeah. You want to roll me just one more stealth check just to fast travel?
it's actually a man of 16.
Yeah, 16's not bad. You're able to like scoot along pretty good. There might be a a guard here or there that turns to look, but by the time they turn to look, they're not looking in the right place or what. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and fast travel you back over here to the cottage.
I basically get the fast travel, but
You didn't basically, you really did.
I just jumped inside my bird and he flew me over.
All right.
Incidentally,
Oh.
5-star Uber.
But somehow you both arrive back at the exact same time. But yeah, you guys hanging out back at the cottage, passing around Tila's flask of really good Austrian wine.
Bird shows up.
Yeah, you guys see a bird land, and then you start picking at a dagger on the ground, and Vargo starts trotting up.
Then what? She gets ejected onto the ground. Ah. Oh,
Wait, you were in a dagger? I thought you were in like a bottle. How did you get inside of a dagger?
Well, that's what I asked the Afridi who lived inside of it. Incidentally, terrible conversationalist. Absolute dog shit.
You actually all hear a voice that says, "I don't know what's so crazy. It's a bottle and a knife."
Okay, do you want? Can you hand me that bottle, Tila?
Yeah, here. You got some catching up to do.
No, I gotta water the dagger. I'm gonna pour the entire thing out onto the.
Hey, what? No. Damn it. But
Yeah.
you guys. But you guys interestingly do watch as he pours this wine out onto the dagger, and it spills off around it in puddles. But then it starts to, like, absorb into the knife.
Okay, yeah, you see it's drinking. What, you've never seen a knife be watered before? Yeah.
No, I can't say I have.
What else can I do? It's an interesting knife.
Well,
Is it all because of the ingredients or the knife itself?
well, according to the Afridi, the knife itself is basically worthless without. She talks a lot. Like a lot. Almost like she hasn't talked to someone in 1,000 years.
No longer interested. Sorry.
That's hey, you want to buy it? I'll trade it.
As if you could get rid of me.
I shouldn't have given away what a lemon is.
Damn it. You're fucking right.
The bad sales pitch to start off with the bad.
I'm pretty positive it's not evil. Ah, come on, Margot. You have 1 copper. I'll trade you 1 copper.
So, tell me you at least learned something, Tila says.
We learned that they have a shipment of something coming in soon. That seems like some of the Islanders and Austrians should work together.
Interesting.
Figured out there's a bunch of graps.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely in there. A bunch of guards.
And a bunch of weird elves.
What does she look like?
I'll burn a single spell so I can use silent image to recreate would I have seen what they look like?
You probably would have saw what they look like as you were making your way around. At least the back of her, which oddly enough, she's like, I've seen her around. I don't. She works for the dock, over the fancy, like, money people.
Oh, I see.
They're the ones I was telling you. They have against the wall over there. They have some warehouses set up, and they've been digging and moving dirt out of there constantly. The cartloads out of the area. I don't know that they're digging in a warehouse. I haven't been able to get over and check. It's always it's busy, and I don't want to. I'd rather be drinking.
She's making a hole.
Well, I don't know that they're at least, I don't know, they're up to something, And if there's, I don't know, a shipment, I haven't noticed anything, but I haven't been looking.
They've been utilizing holes in the ground in the shadow now.
Oh, yeah.
Concerned that they're taking money from their house or something.
They're doing what? Sorry? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying concerned that they're digging one in the warehouse or something. Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Because I don't know that anyone, I don't talk about this very often, but the whole, the crack, whatever you want to call it, in Kawakani, that wasn't dug, it was just appeared one day. So I don't know.
We found indications that she was widening a different one previously.
Widening. Interesting.
Yeah, or holding it open, or
Oh, how big was it?
How big was it? Like 20 feet when it was the largest, or
Okay.
it was big enough for? Yeah, it was larger than the other ones we found, if I recall correctly.
Weird. And where was this?
Over on the what? Super. So that'd be the south side.
It'd be west from here, because you guys are on the north end of the island as well, like the north eastern side. So, okay.
The west, we encountered a group of islanders who were, in hindsight, probably doing the right thing. Who were forming a militia to fight the Austrian, presence.
Well, it's so there's I don't know you people, but they're not the money people that work by the docks, they're different than the average. Like the one of the barkeeps at the undertow is Austrian, and he seems fine. So it's not all of you. We don't think that.
Well, this group did.
Huh.
We had to rescue Corvin from them, and we kind of scattered them and disbanded the group.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, it was
What?
over near the fort they had set.
So, I mean, this is all a lot of information, but the reason I ask is because there have indeed been. It's not uncommon at all when these outsiders landed. Islanders quickly began trading with them and taking their materials out, but there have been a number of people coming in, not with carts or anything, but a large amount of people coming in with bags and packs. I don't know, they may be actually smuggling something in. I don't know.
Wait, into where?
Into town. Things have been coming in as well, which is weird. But not like big shipments or anything, like I said, just with people, but the same person over and over again, day after day, you see come through the gates. He's not one of the workers. What's he doing?
Maybe we could. Is there just one of these people, or have we seen multiple?
Oh, no. A bunch. Dozens.
Right, all of them, or you haven't seen what they're bringing you?
No, I don't, like, again, I happen to see, I hang out by the tavern a lot, which is right there on that side of town, closest to the path leading inland. So I see people coming and going a fair bit. I people watch, I don't know. whatever they're doing, they're doing it at the docks.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry.
What they're doing with the, like where they're bringing the stuff.
I don't have a clue. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
I mean, I can maybe pay attention tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, I think that would help.
Do any of you have the ability to disguise yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, I can straight up turn invisible. Does that count?
I mean,
I can do it for an hour.
I got you. There are good people here that can help. Is what I'm saying. Good people. So, if we need to get, there's options. If we need to get somebody knows a way in, you're just gonna have to ask around, I think.
Are we sure they're still good?
I mean, you have to believe that everyone's, at least not everyone's good, but you have to believe that there's good in the world. Otherwise, what's the point?
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how Maya is dead of the being forever.
Oh,
I thought Maya was
we all did. I haven't noticed anything like what touched my mind.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks real far off, and so when I was under, it wasn't her voice that I was hearing.
No. What?
It was something else, something without form. I don't think it was... I don't know that it was even a voice, or it was a feeling that my body translated to a voice. I wasn't myself, but it wasn't her. It wasn't Maya that was controlling me. So however she's involved in this, I don't think she's the one that's specifically controlling anyone.
something might be controlling Maya.
That's the best that we can hope for, is that there's some shred of her inside that we remember.
We're gonna do our best to fix things. I'm gonna give her a reassuring pat on the back. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do our best to fix things, kid.
Well, I mean, we're all in this together. I could help where I can. I don't have the same respect that I once did. She looks to you, Shalla. I don't know that I'm sorry. I don't know that you have the pull you once did. At least not with Maya. And she...
I'm very much aware I don't have the pull that I once had with Maya.
She
I
has...
made that very clear at our meeting.
She has... she can be very persuasive, and I think that's what she relies on more than anything. We need to figure out what her plans are. So.
Yeah. I think we should sleep on it for now. We did the best we could this night.
Yeah, I mean, but if,
We just got the tornado warning.
you did? Really?
Yep.
That's cool. But yes, I don't, I don't know. There are a few people that I could introduce you to that I've met around town that are good people.
They're not like those vagrants, are they?
There's nothing wrong with Randy. He lives in a gazebo, so what?
We will talk about this later, young lady.
He does.
As I said, we will
Holy
talk about this later, young lady.
Thankfully, Kat, the rotation's going to go south of you.
That would be very.
It's a shit ton of a storm, though. Holy cow.
Oh, yes, it is. It just keeps building and getting redder, and I'm like,
but perhaps the docks are not a bad place to start. At the very least, we can maybe learn at least maybe the information that, there's two sides to what was going on. Maybe Maya's is difficult to get to right now, but their side might be considerably easier. And we may be able to find a way in. Find somebody on the inside, maybe? I don't know.
We'll figure it out, kid.
Heck yeah. Well, I think that's probably a decent place to come to a stop tonight.
Yeah.
We've
right
done
at the
a...
3 hour mark.
Exactly. We've done a little bit of infiltrating. We've learned a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of got some directions to go from here. Like I said, my Tila knows a couple people in town that might be able to help out at the very least, with some information at the most. Who knows? And there's the report of the digging going on over by the docks. But I'm sure as you guys spend time around the town, you guys will pick up more. And kind of seeing it at night's one thing, seeing it in the daytime, whole nother story. So we'll pick up from there next time, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out.